Hey, I'm Josh.
I'm Ken.
And this is Ken and Josh Go to the Movies.
Today we're going to review Michael Clayton, starring George Clooney and Tom Wilkinson.
So, the basic idea of this movie, it's a legal thriller. You're going into a legal thriller. Tom Wilkinson plays a lawyer who stops taking his meds and goes crazy and strips naked in a snowstorm. And Michael Clayton is the fixer of this powerful law firm they both work at. And he's got to take him down and calm him down, but then he also finds out the terrible secret that Tom Wilkinson's character knows. And then there's intrigue and killing and serious shit happens. But it's not really a good movie.
Yeah, Josh just made it sound much more exciting than it actually is. It's basically, what they did is they took a very simple story. It's just a guy finds out some crap about a corporation and he tries to bring him down. And then they try to complicate it way more than they needed to make them seem smarter than they are. And really, it's just way too simple and obvious.
Of course, there's a smoking gun. There's a red notebook that contains the one secret that will take down the entire law firm.
Exactly.
Of course. And, of course, somebody tries to kill George Clooney's character and misses. I hope I'm not spoiling anything, because this should be obvious the second you walk into the theater.
Well, here's the biggest problem I had with the start of the movie, is it starts towards the end, and it shows you something that's supposed to be exciting, and then it flashes back to how it all began, and that's just the cheapest way to make a movie.
Here's where you and I differ. I think the extended flashback can be a pretty cool narrative device.
It can.
Don't forget about Fight Club. Fight Club does this trick.
Yes, but it does it for like 30 seconds.
Lots of movies start at the end and then kind of go to the beginning and fill everything out.
But it's usually just a cheap way to say, here's something exciting, now sit through an hour and a half of really boring stuff to get back to the exciting moment, which is what this was.
I didn't have a problem with that. I think the bigger issue is just that the plot was obvious, and then they throw in all these like little subplots to try to distract you from the really obvious plot.
And the subplots don't go anywhere. There's about 6 threads about Michael Clayton to give you an idea of who he is, but they don't go anywhere at all.
He starts a failed restaurant, and he's got a gambling problem, and an alcoholic brother, and
but these are all like one scenes in the movie.
All these have 2 scenes, and none of them connect to the main story at all. Good stuff.
Tom Wilkinson is amazing.
Tom Wilkinson should get an Oscar nomination for this movie.
He's probably one of the most underrated actors working today. A lot of people probably don't even know who he is, but
extremely.
Batman Begins.
Yeah.
Eternal Sunshine.
In the bedroom.
That's right. He actually got nominated for that one.
He did. Yeah. Is that it for good stuff?
I mean, it's just you've seen this movie so many times that you kind of wish they would have taken it in a different direction.
I mean, okay. Tony Gilroy is the guy who like reinvented the action movie with all the Bourne Identity goofies. He's the writer-director here. And the hype on this was that it was supposed to reinvent the legal thriller genre, and it doesn't. It completely doesn't. It's so disappointing.
Very much so.
You're going to be so bored if you go to see this movie.
I don't get why this is one of the most praised movies of the year. There's so much wrong with it.
A disappointment all around. Anyways, I gave this movie 1 horse out of 7.
I gave this movie 1.5 naked Tom Wilkinsons out of 4.
1.5?
1.5.
Wow.
Yes.
I guess you liked it slightly more than I did, then.
Yeah, I guess.
Anyways, thanks for watching our latest review. I'm Josh.
I'm Ken.
And this is Ken and Josh Go to the Movies.